Welcome back, YouTube. Many of you asked for an update on the pop-up camper, so here is the final episode of the pop-up camper rebuild. This is a rebuilt 1982 Jayco J-Flight 6. It wasn't involved in any kind of wreck or any kind of damage other than just plain old wood rot. So I took it down to the frame and rebuilt the whole thing from the frame up. I'm going to go through the whole setup process here, and maybe you'll see things that I haven't shown you before. The first thing you need to do to your pop-up before you unhook it from your tow vehicle is to block the tires. I've seen many trailers roll away after they've been unhooked from the tow vehicle without blocking the wheels. After you block the wheels and you disconnect it from the trailer, now you need to look at the level. Hopefully your level side to side is pretty good, and then front to back you can adjust that with your tongue jack. After the level is completed, then I can use the stabilizer jacks at each corner to stabilize but not lift the pop-up camper. These stabilizer jacks are spring loaded, so you pull them out to lower them, and then you pull them out to raise them. Once I have the jack down as far as I want it, I give it one pump with the lever, and that helps stabilize the trailer while you're inside. Next, I unhook the 4 latches that hold down the top. There's one latch at each corner. After all 4 latches are unhooked, I get the crank handle and I insert it into the square winch drive in the front of the trailer. You turn the crank clockwise to lift the top of the trailer, and you turn it counterclockwise to lower the top of the trailer. While I'm lifting it, I want to make sure that the trailer is not going to touch any limbs or any power wires or anything that might damage the trailer as I'm lifting it. I also want to ensure that the top is raising level. At the time of this recording, this trailer is completed and for sale. I'm going to leave a link to the sale in the description of the video below if you're interested. A frequent question is how high to lift the trailer. So I installed a pink string, and when the string is tight, that's when you need to stop cranking. After the top height is reached, you slide out the beds and install the 2 diagonal supports under each bed. Next up, you turn the 2 little plastic buttons on the ceiling to release the top half of the door. Once you release those 2 buttons, the door will swing down from the ceiling, and you can raise it slightly to position it over the lower part of the door. Then you match up the hole with the threads and screw in the 2 knobs. And this will join the 2 parts of the door together. Once you have that done, you reach outside the door and turn that knob 1/4 turn to release the whole door from the frame. To prevent your door being slammed by the wind, there's a positive catch attached to the side of the trailer that will attach to your door. In order to provide more support for the door frame, then you tuck in the canvas on each side of the door frame. Then I go outside and stretch the canvas over the bed slides. The corners of the canvas have reinforcing leather that keeps the canvas from being torn in the corners. Inside, these bars are called shepherd's hooks, and there's one for each end that holds the canopy up over the bed. You simply plug the round end into the plug on the other part of the bar, and then slide the other end of the shepherd's hook into the notch there on the ceiling. Now it's time to attach the bungee cord to the little spools under each bed. This helps keep the wind and the elements from getting inside of the bed areas. And you're all completed with the setup once you've attached the bungees underneath the bunks. One thing I really liked about this Bear Creek canvas was that it came with tinted windows on the main cabin part windows. And also all the windows come with netting on the outside, and that's a really nice feature. Now showing you the boxes that are the seats on each side of the dinette. The driver's side box has all the electronics with the 12-volt inverter and also the shore power hookup. Right now, the passenger side box has the extra fabric and also the wrap that goes around the poles on the outside of the trailer. The dinette tabletop hooks on the bed slide on the rear of the trailer, and then you fold down a leg for support. If you fold up the leg and you lower it down to the level of the dinette seats, then it would provide support for another bed. The cooktop is a Coleman cooktop. You use the 1-pound propane cylinders to provide the fuel for cooking. The water management includes a freshwater jug that you set up on the top of the counter, and then underneath you also have a blue drain jug that you position in underneath the drain of the sink. Underneath the cooktop, you'll see that you have an apartment-sized refrigerator that runs off 110-volt, which is off of the inverter, or off the shore power if you happen to be plugged in. You also have another storage compartment at the front on the passenger side of the trailer. To open it, you push the button to unlock it and pull on the knob to open it. And then in order to close it and keep it closed, you push the button in one more time and it locks it in place. And now you're going to see how fast I can break down the trailer and pack it up for storage. And there you have a completely restored 1982 Jayco J Flight 6. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something.